Hi, Shanna Rowe Jackson here from Caution Our Set Play, and today I am working outside in my sketchbook. I thought this would just be a fun little exercise. I have been kind of dealing with a little bit of creative block. Not so much block, but more like a lack of time to work on anything too extensive, and so I was really craving playing with some art supplies, and I thought that this would be a great way to do that. And as you saw in the beginning, I had brought down my little Hand and Mule watercolor sketchbook. It's a little bit damaged because after I got it, my cat decided to chew on the corner of it because that's just the kind of cat he is. So that's fun. And I've actually had it for a while, but this is the first time I've used it because I was so upset that he did that. Like, I wasn't mad at him because he's a cat, but I was mad at myself for leaving it laying around. And I'm also using some Conte crayons, and these are ancient. I don't even know how old they are. Somebody had passed them down to me, and I've had them for a very long time. And as you can see, they're somewhat water soluble, so it's kind of fun to do light washes. You know, just draw with a Conte crayon and then use water and get a fun little underpainting. And I also brought down my Faber-Castell Pitt pens, my Winsor & Newton pigment markers, and my Caran d'Ache pan gouache set, which is kind of off screen. I don't know how much you'll see that. You'll see me painting with it, but you won't necessarily see the product itself. And I'm just working with a little mixed media. I thought this would just be a fun way to spend some time and get some fresh air and get something creative done because I haven't had much of a chance, as I mentioned, to create lately. My birthday was a couple weeks ago, and I had to, I took that weekend off from creating because I was spending time with family, and because I work pretty much full time at my day job, the weekend is usually the only time I have to create. So there are times when I don't get the chance to create because I don't have the time because I am with family or have other obligations that I have to do. And so that makes it difficult, obviously. It makes it difficult to get content out, and it also makes it difficult on my overall well-being because obviously I want to be able to create. I need to be able to create. And so because I didn't have much time, I did kind of steal away a little bit of time on one of the weekends to just kind of go out in the yard, sit, and draw whatever I wanted to do. And this is Coral Bell, this plant here. I showed you that in the beginning. And the thing that I love the most about this plant is that it kind of has a fall aesthetic year-round. It's super exciting, and I just love the colors. And so that's what I was kind of playing off here. I just wanted to play with color. And I don't normally necessarily use these mediums together, so that was a fun experiment as well. I just kind of grabbed a random assortment of art supplies and brought them down and played with them to see what I could do and played with color. And that was my aim here. It was very, very nice to get the fresh air and to just sit and relax and create art for me. So I do want to update you because I haven't been on in a couple weeks, and I do apologize. Like I said, I had my birthday, and then I have other things kind of going on, and also I don't work really on my artwork during the week. I do some editing and things like that, but I don't work on art itself because I get insomnia and I have to be up at 5 something in the morning to go to my day job. And so I can't really work after work, which also really stinks. I am so burnt out right now. Honestly, I am just so burnt out. And I know a lot of you have also been there, but that's besides the point. I wanted to let you know that I do have an art haul video coming up. As I mentioned already, I had my birthday, and so that means new art supplies, and I got gift cards, which means even more new art supplies. So a lot of fun stuff to show you in that video. I also wanted to let you know I do still have plans to do the real-time tutorial that I plan on doing using oil pastels and colored pencils. I had put a poll out a few weeks ago, and it looks like everybody voted, well, not everybody, but the majority voted for grapes. And I know that some of you had also voted in the comments that you really would have liked to see green pepper. So I'm going to do grapes for the tutorial because that's what the majority had voted for in the poll. However, I do plan on down the line drawing a picture of a green pepper because we grew some in our garden this year and they came out really great and I got some cool pictures. So you'll see that down the line too. I'm not sure exactly when, but The real-time tutorial I do plan on doing soon. I have to figure out how I'm going to record it because I am not going to be able to work in my studio space. We have finally begun to work on the studio space. We've started mudding, which means we're going to have to start sanding soon, and that means it's just going to be too messy up there for me to actually create. And so I have to figure out how, like, the logistics of me recording that video, because if it's real time, then I'm going to have to be able to talk and not have too much background noise. And I'm also going to have to be able to film it at a good angle that you can see it. And so I'm not sure how delayed that's going to be. I'm going to try to get it out as soon as I can. And then I also have a fall still life drawing that I did last year that I never ended up posting the footage for because I didn't end up finishing the drawing until like December. And I thought it'd be kind of weird to be posting a fall still life in December. So I do have that footage. I need to finish editing it. It's not going to be the best filming because that was with my old camera. However, I do plan on posting that sometime soon. Fall is really, I love fall. I find it so inspiring. So I do plan on posting quite a bit of fall content. So I do have plans for future content. Just stay tuned. I do apologize for the breaks I've had to take lately. But life gets hectic and sometimes I'm not able to be in the studio as much as I would like. Speaking of me being in the studio and redoing the studio, I am also kind of filming bits and pieces of us redoing it. Maybe do like a montage style video of us redoing it. And then when it finally is complete, I will give you a studio tour. It's just a hot mess. It's a hot mess. I have a lot of walls that have like damage done to them from like a long time ago because it's really just kind of a storage area that I've converted into a studio space. So it's just not the prettiest, but I will give you, I already did a walkthrough with it, and that will be in the video when I finally get it all redone. That'll be like in the beginning of the video showing you kind of a before, how it looked before we redid it. And then once it's finally redone, it's just my husband and I redoing it. And so it's going to take time because he also works full time. We only have the weekends and, you know, it's that work-life balance kind of thing going on. So I will definitely let you know when it's finally up. I will post it on my channel so you can see. And I might do, the typical studio tour with art supplies and all that involved. So fun content to come when I get the time to do it. And I am, like I said, I'm sorry that I haven't been on as much. But, life happens, and here we are. I am glad I was able to work in my sketchbook for a little bit, though, because I was going a little crazy not being able to create as much. I've also been behind the scenes working on some stuff a little bit digitally. I am designing some stickers and things like that for my shop. And so that stuff I can kind of do after work. I'm able to like edit videos after work. And I've been creating shorter content for my TikTok and for Instagram. So I'm also Caution Artist at Play on TikTok and Instagram. If you want to follow me there to see smaller content, it's much easier for me to create shorter content than longer content. So even when I'm not able to be active on YouTube, I'm usually a little bit more active over there. So if you'd like to see that, feel free to follow along on those social media accounts. But so back to this drawing. I had so much fun with this. And I actually am really liking this thick outline. Initially, I did not plan on outlining these leaves with a thick black marker. I was going to use my Pitt pens, but they were too fine and did not want to go over the powder that was kind of left behind from the Conte crayons. And so I was not able to do the fine lines that I wanted. But I'm really liking the chunky lines now that they're there. And this... oh, I had so much fun. I just played with color. I didn't really, I wasn't trying to get it exact. I was just having fun with the shapes of the leaves and the colors and with the mediums, just playing. And I'm glad that I had the chance to do it. Like I said, I haven't been able to be as creative as I would like. But also, like, this poor thing went through its ugly stage for so long. And a lot of sketchbook artwork does. But that's why a lot of times I don't film when I'm working my sketchbook unless I have like a specific video idea, just because sketchbooks are for play and I'm not going to be too concerned about what's going on. And usually sketchbook things aren't meant for other people's eyes, but I thought it would be fun to film this and kind of talk about trying to find time to steal away and do something creative even when you're busy. This didn't take me very long, maybe a half hour. I don't even know. And it was in between doing other things. But I just needed that time because I'm getting burnt out from real life. So I had to get into creative mode, even if I couldn't start an actual finished drawing. I have tried to work on my oil painting that you've seen me do in my vlogs a while back. I tried to work on that a little bit too, but of course I have to put that on hold again while we're working on the studio. So it's just been a mess. And so this was just such a relief. It was just so nice to sit back, relax, breathe in the fresh air, be out in the grass. It was a nice sunny day, not too hot, not too cold. The dog was outside playing, I had my chickens around, and I was able to just spend time with one of my favorite plants in the yard. And so if you aren't finding a lot of time, just take a sketchbook and go out in your yard or go out on your balcony or just sit in your living room and draw your plants or draw a picture of your TV. Like, just sit down and start sketching. I find it to be so therapeutic. I really am just, like, I just find it so therapeutic to just sit and create. And as I said, I really needed it. I've been a little burnt out. Oh, but I know we all get there. And the sad thing is I'm not burnt out from art. I just am burnt out from other aspects of my life, and it's giving me a hard time. Like, I'm not getting the chance to create as much, which is contributing to the burnout because it's making me grumpy and it's making me a little bit depressed. But I've been getting through it, and coming up I should have more time. So now I'm signing the piece, and a lot of times when I work in my sketchbook, I'll put the date and I'll kind of put the subject. And I also like to write the mediums in case there's like a texture or an effect that I like. So that way there I can remember that for next time, especially since this was really experimental. But sorry that this was such a ramble. I just wanted to touch base with you and give you some updates and show you this fun little work I did outside from life, and just to say hi. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye.